All right, it's your boy xBenv0lio here in the year of the rat, and we are with the army of the Skaven, the notorious rat men of the Under Empire, who are spreading their Mexican beer all across the world. And here we have the Mexican beer mortars launching Mexican beer in mighty arcs to kind of come down on their enemies, spreading pestilence and death. Fun stuff. So yes, these are the Poisoned Wind Mortars. They're a new unit with the latest expansion, the Shadow and the Blade, Total War Warhammer 2. And yeah, they launch Poisoned Wind Globes, which are just giant balls of gas bombs. They kind of do seriously good damage from a decent range. Yeah, and I wanted to kind of bring them in as the anchor to my plague-themed army, because it's the year of the rat, and there's the Mexican beer sickness going around, so I wanted to, you know, get in step with the season, you know, get in touch with the these portents, these strange portents of our time. So that's my army. We're going to go take a look at that again in a bit, but I want to cover my opponent's army really quickly, because he's brought a Dwarven army. And this opponent is really interesting because I opened a multiplayer game and then this nameless player going only by Clan Angrund joined, and he's brought Clan Angrund Dwarves, being led by Belagar Ironhammer as a legendary lord. He's got 3 groups of Slayers. They're anti-large, they're fast for a Dwarf Deathblow, and they're... I don't know if they're unbreakable. I don't know if I think they should be unbreakable, but they've got... At least they're going to have better morale than my Skaven troops. And they're going to do pretty decently against most of the things I'm going to bring, especially if it was large. But I didn't bring any large, so maybe they're not perfect, but still an interesting choice. 3 Slayers in the front row, and then he's being led by 3 ghostly ethereal dudes. And ethereal is really interesting because there's certain attacks that won't do any damage because they're ghosts. So he's got King Lun, Ironhammer, all the great kings of the past, Throny Ironbrow, Halkenhaf Stonebeard, and of course Belagar Ironhammer himself, the Dwarven Lord, marching up with his hammer and his shield. He's got 3 groups of Ironbreakers, nasty, heavily armored dudes who I believe have a special ranged weapon. They have blasting charges. They can basically huck grenades, and you'll see them do a lot of damage with those. Look at those hard MFs right there. And he's got 1 group of miners here coming up the flank. So he's just charging up the hill. It looks like he's going to try and do like a scare me away kind of build, because these ethereal units, because they're ghosts, they cause terror, and the Skaven have notoriously weak morale. So it feels like he wants to go for like a spook and just charge through, scare everything, and then kind of hold with the Ironbreakers, who can hold up against pretty much most Skaven. Unfortunately, he's... didn't bring any serious ranged units to counter all my artillery, and you're going to see the kind of sneaky trap I got waiting for him up here. He's also got 1 group of sneaky miners back here in the back corner. Real sneaky. I don't know if that's, like... because they got such a distance to go. I don't know if it's a really good idea, but okay, fine. Sneaky. Come up the rear. Just try and kill my morale even more. Let's take a quick look at these guys. They are armor piercing. Oh, they got armor piercings. That's pretty good. I mean... if I had Storm Vermin, I guess they'd be kind of useful. And they got that Vanguard deployment. They can deploy anywhere, so... I don't know. Maybe not the best ambush coming at the back. So my main line here, though, and this is just to draw his attention, to distract him, is the Clan Rat Spears, Clan Rat Shields. Clan Rat Spears. You could spam Skaven Slaves, so they're even lower and they're even cheaper. You get lots of them, but I find Clan Rats are enough. They're just slightly more sturdy, and they hold out just long enough for what I need them to do. So my plan is to engage his infantry with these Clan Rats, and then fire in with all my ranged units back there, you can see. So he's charging into the infantry. Already, I've got my Clan Eshin Gutter Runners, here they are. Ninja Rats throwing shurikens into the Slayers, and they are not armored, so I imagine that's going to be able to do some decent damage to them. Let's see if we can see some more shurikens coming in. Here they come, shurikens, I think? Oh, maybe something else getting fired anyway. So yeah, I have shurikens and my assassin coming in already to their to his top right flank. The assassin's a melee specialist, and he's good for duelists. He's a duelist trait, and he's good against lords, so he's going to be able to pick lords. I've got some Jazales firing already, so you can see my artillery's already kind of carving into the flank. He's coming right into the trap I wanted him to. The Poisoned Wind Globadiers are casting some nasty orbs of death. Ooh, boosh, and they are going to explode. And, yeah, you can just see his Slayers are already getting hammered by those Poisoned Wind Globadiers. And, of course, we got the Death Glow Bombardiers. And they are stronger than the Poison Wind because they are called Death instead of Poison. That makes them stronger. Also purple. Purple is a stronger color. So I got them anchoring my infantry line. I got some Plague Month Censor Bears coming in with Lord Skrolk, kind of completing the Pestilent theme here. He's, got the Bible of Mexican beer on his back. He's the high priest of pestilence and death. And his plague monk sensor bearers, armor piercing, damage dealer, and frenzy. So they do better damage when their morale is high, and they're kind of a solid elite infantry choice. Coming to support the clan rats. Again, we have the two groups of bombardiers. We got the Skaven slave slingers, which are really bottom tier chaff, just like low tier rat men throwing rocks. I've got some Eshin triads over to guard my ranged units. I like having them on kind of guard duty for Jezzails and etc. And these are kind of so these are the Eshin clan. So Eshin clan is the far east of the Warhammer world. Basically, they're the rat men that live under Japan. Basically, so they get trained actually by like the assassins and warriors of Nippon in their shadowy arts of assassinations. The Nippon's basically Japan in Warhammer world. So these are like splinter rats, the Eshin triads. They got the Weeping Blades, which I believe cause poison to whoever they're engaging with. And then, of course, I've got my Poison Wind Mortars that I opened up with, firing those Poison Wind Arcs and big shots, already getting their shots in, and the Jezzails firing in. So we have wasted enough time. Let's see as this group of Slayers is still getting kind of utterly destroyed while that ranged firepower. The Jezzails are able to get some shots into that group of Slayers with those big sniper rifles. And the Poison Wind Mortars coming in. Oh, now the Ironbreaker is going to take a lot of abuse, but the Slayers just melted with all that ranged firepower coming in against them. Belegar Ironhammer's gotten stuck in with some Plague Monks, and he is combat even, so yeah, he can take a whole group of elites. He's a pretty strong lord. Lord Skrolk coming in. Clan Rats are all routing, which is expected, facing Ironbreakers, but they did what they need to. They drew his infantry into like perfect range of all my artillery, who's able to rain absolute heck down on them. Eshin Triads I brought in against the, it's an interesting battle, against the Ironbreakers and the Miners here. I guess there's some debuff going on. Oh, and some more artillery coming in. This group of Ironbreakers already at half health, basically. So pretty good to work by the artillery. This group of Ironbreakers not doing so hot. Doing alright, but I brought in some Plague Monks. Let's see where I brought them, because that's an ability that Lord Skrolk has to summon some more Plague Monks from the Under Empire to come and help out. These Deathglow Bombardiers, are you throwing anything anywhere? Come on, guys. I haven't given them an order to fire. It's hard to watch this when you forget to give units an order, because they should be hammering those Ironbreakers right now, and then this battle would have been even faster. He's got one of his ghostly dudes into battle with my Poison Wind Bombardiers, who are going to be basically useless against that because they're ranged units. And so he's getting his hero units where they should be, kind of muddling up the artillery, still able to fire in, and have largely cleaned up. But the Clan Rats have drawn over some Ironbreakers and Slayers over here. And that's good. That keeps them out of the main battle, keeps them away from artillery. I'm able to bring in some more Clan Rats and shields to maybe back those ones up. The Plague Monks here have engaged the Ironbreakers, they're losing decisively, which is good, winning slightly. With the Jezzails firing against the Ironbreakers now, that makes sense. So those green shots are basically the rat snipers firing into everything. That's good. That's what I want them to do. I'm going to want to start getting those Jezzails, those snipers, focusing on his heroes, though, because those are the prime targets, single entity units that they can sharpshoot down. There's a group of gutter runners being chased off by King Lun Ironhammer, and this is kind of funny because my gutter runners can fire while moving, so I'm pretty sure they're able to chuck shurikens at him as they run. Are they going to do it? Oh, they're out of ammunition, I think. Oh, they're frightened by enemy unit, which makes sense because he causes terror. But I guess they're out of shurikens, and they get forgotten back there for a while. As King Lung comes back in, but maybe he should have stayed on the battle. The Jezzails helping to clean up everything. This group of Ironbreakers largely depleted, group of Slayers. So all his infantry is largely depleted. Having the Jezzails shoot Belegar right now, which is great. Bringing in the Plague Monks, who are largely depleted, but trying to help out my Assassin, who's trying to take down Hulk and Half Stonebeard. It's a problem, he's ethereal. Need to extricate my ranged units, but it's a bit tricky. Group of Jezzails, are you still firing? Yeah, they're firing point blank at Throny Ironbrow, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, which would make sense. Because I think, even though he's ethereal, they have warp ammunition, which should be doing damage to him. Let's see if it's doing damage. Is it doing damage? Let's see. 41? Yeah, a little bit. A little wee bit. Chunking them off. Got that group of miners coming in now. Charging in from the back. But a little late to the party. And these guys have a really unfortunate time of it, you will see. The mountaintop is basically mine. We've cleaned up everything. There's a group of Ironbreakers out here, but they've been pulled out of position. So now that there's nothing else to support them, I'm going to be able to hammer them as they try to come in, like I'm doing to these miners. So here we go. Let's see if we can... Oh, no. Slow motion. Yeah, let's put this into slow motion. Jeez. My fault. So yeah, as I kind of sped that up. But look at that. Uh-oh. There's green stuff coming in, and there's about to be purple stuff coming in. These guys are in a bad way. So the Deathwind Bombardiers and the Poison Wind Mortars are just going to be able to hammer these poor miners. All kinds of purple and green about to come hitting on it. It does make a lovely, colorful display. It's like a painting with a... Look at this. Look at this. It's a Ninja Turtle palette. You know? We got the Japanese chained rats, and we got the purple and green. There's a real Ninja Turtles thing going on under this army, I think. A real Ninja Turtles feels. Throwing the Iron Bow into the Jezzails, disrupting them, but they've done their job pretty well. Belagar Ironhammer really chunked down by the Jezzails. Another group of clan rats that have been summoned by Skrolk just to surround him and bully him, hold him in place a little longer. And now that I've driven those miners away, I'm able to bring the mortars and the Poison Wind Bombardiers against this group of Iron Breakers. And this is just ideal. You just get to see the power of Skaven artillery, what it can do even to the toughest units. Their Skaven and their World War I tier tech, with their poison gas bombs and stuff. Just what it can do to a heavily armored unit. The Jail's firing against Thorny Ironbrow, who is, despite being ethereal, on his last legs. We've got one dude coming back, King Lung Ironhammer coming back after chasing the Gutter Runners. And it looks like a group of Slayers are chasing this group of Skaven Slave Singers who have taken almost no damage, which is hilarious because they're like low tiers. It's just like, rah, get them! Run and chase them with their little stunty legs. But it looks like these Iron Breakers are about to get a nasty bit of death. So here comes some purple, and just watch how much damage that does to them. Oh my god. Deathwind Bombardiers, baby. Deathglow Bombardiers, excuse me. Just not even funny. Yeah, run. Broken already. And the artillery hasn't even started. Like, the mortars haven't even started hitting them. Just no fun. Are there going to be mortars coming in on these guys? I don't even know if the mortars even got a chance. Yeah. The Deathglow Bombardiers just did such a number. So, like, yeah. And I think I've routed his Lord off. His Lord has been fairly weltered off. The Iron Breakers have been turned away, so... yeah, Clan Angrund has been well sent off. Oh, and I believe he gets done in by the Jezzail fire. Shooting him even as he runs away. He can't even get away fast enough from these ranged units. So that's why you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, shorty. Yeah, so sad. I feel bad for him, but man, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring an axe to a gunfight, dude. And yeah, and this group of Iron Breakers getting fully chased off. And now I'm wondering what's going on, because I've wiped him off the field. I'm just wondering what's going on, and I check in his back quarter. This group of Slayers, which I'm pretty sure are unbreakable, have still been chasing these Skaven Slave Singers off. And I'm bringing in the Gutter Runners, who are used up all their shurikens, and now they're just going to have to do one-on-one ninja combat. And I finally realized, like, this is ridiculous, so I turn around the Skaven Slaves and turn them to melee fight the Slayers just before they get run off the map, which is necessary. So yeah. So heavily outnumbered, the Slayers are still going to do their thing, because that's just their kind of thing. Slayers are basically dwarves that have taken an oath to die in combat and fighting a worthy enemy, so they will... That's what they want to do. They are going in that fully intending to die, and... Well, I'm happy to oblige them with my Ninja Rats. So the Ninja Rats are coming in for a full envelop on these Slayers just to finish this off. I'm bringing everything around for this group of Slayers too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because, like, why not? Everything's been well cleared off. That nameless player, the ghost of Clan Angrund, could not take this mountaintop. And so here we go. Let's see the Ninja Rats do their thing. Oh, it's not even fun. Oh. Ninja Rats and Skaven Slaves knocking out these Slayers, and oh! The year of the rat has started off quite well. Let's check the kill count on some of these things. So the Deathglow Bombardiers, excuse me, Deathglow Bombardiers. Man, 261 kills. That's amazing. It's amazing. You just see how they melt those armored units. Like, it's amazing. This Clan Rats did about as weakly as you expect. They were just supposed to hold people in place for the artillery. The Jezzails, 38 and 40. Plague Monks, not that many kills, but I guess that's because they were tying down Belagar and other lords for so long. 17 on the Poison Wind Globadiers, 27 on the Poison Wind Mortars. Did all right, I guess, but only 6 on the Assassin, 0 on Lord Skrolk. The work was really mostly done by these Deathglow Bombardiers. Like, ouch, ouch. And the Triads with this group, 42. Pretty good. His kills are a little more spread out. The Slayers did a good number on those Clan Rats, I reckon. And depleting them. The Miners got 0 kills each, just obliterated. The Ironbreakers, 269 on that group, which makes sense. They were stuck in with the Clan Rats, so of course they do that well. And as you see, no name. Just Clan Angrund. Ghost, man. He's visited by a ghost. 3 of them. Freaky deaky Dutch, but it's my hill. I'm the king of it. We're spreading the Mexican beer, and you're the rat. Spreading Mexican beer to everyone with our Mexican beer mortars. So, it's your boy BenV0lio. It's for the boys back home. Keep it real.